Hi everybody, Norma here. Just checking in to say hi and get ready to start our Tuesday afternoon slow flow class. How's everybody doing today? So I'm a little late getting started here, so we're going to jump right into our practice. So welcome to those who are here right now or our friends that are going to join on. This is a slow flow practice, so do your own level. I can't see you, so modifications will be provided, and please practice at your level. All levels of yogis welcome here, and we'll go through some breath work, some movement, and hopefully that we'll be able to continue on our afternoon feeling good. So let's begin. So we're going to start in a seating position today. So finding a comfortable seat, however that looks like to you. If you have a yoga block or a pillow handy, sometimes it's nice to sit up on a block. Just if your hips are a little bit tight and your knees are sitting up above your hips, you want to just tilt your pelvis forward. So just taking a few minutes just to fidget into the seated posture, perhaps just gently lifting any fleshy parts so that you are sitting on your sit bones. You can take your hands up on your laps to receive, or perhaps you want to feel more grounding with our practice today so that you can place your hands facing down. And your eyes can be closed or your gaze can be lowered. And we'll begin to arrive. So over these first few breaths, finding your own rhythm with your breath. So knowing that you may have had a busy day, or there may have been a lot of things grabbing your attention, maybe even to the last minute, as mine was today. But that's okay. We've carved out this time. This is your time. We've got 45 minutes here, and we will, as I said, connect with our breath and then continue on our day. So know that anything that you may have brought into your space wherever you're practicing, that you can leave that at the door or the virtual place that you want to leave it, and know that if you choose to pick it up on the way out, that's completely up to you. So taking these moments to get settled into the space and to arrive, breathing in through your nose, perhaps letting a sigh pass by your lips. Let anything go. A friend reminded me today that every day is a fresh start, and I often say in class, every breath is a new beginning. So here's to new beginnings. Here's to Tuesday afternoons on our mats. And I'm going to introduce some breath work just before we get onto our asanas, just to make a change in our bodies, going from that sympathetic nervous system, that fight and react, to our rest and digest, our parasympathetic nervous system. So just continue in through your nose and out through your mouth for a few more as you soften your shoulders away from your ears, letting the tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth, and letting the biting surfaces of your teeth relax and unclench. And just taking this moment to see, how does your body feel on this Tuesday afternoon? Just taking a few seconds just to scan your body, maybe sending some breath into any area that may be calling your attention. No judgment, just awareness. And be mindful of that as we're going through our postures. Is there a modification that you may need to offer your body today? That's okay. Do what feels right in your body, your practice. You are your best teacher. So transitioning your breath now, we want to inhale to a count of 4 in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling. Count of 4. Holding. And letting that go. 3, 2, 1. Inhaling one last time. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's breathe in through our nose. Exhale, sigh, let it all go. Slowly transitioning onto all fours. If you're sitting on a block or a pillow, just placing that off to the side. And we're going to set up for tabletop position. Just want to check to see how everybody's doing today. Great. Ah, so nice to see everybody. Welcome. Alrighty. So in your tabletop position, making that great connection with your mat, letting your fingers go wide like little suction cups are on the ends of your fingertips. Shoulders are stacked on top of elbows, on top of wrists, and just changing so the eyes of our arms are facing forward. Toes can be tucked or flat on the mat. We're going to transition through some cat-cows to start. So dropping our belly, lifting our gaze, cow. Exhaling, belly button to spine, curling up like a scary Halloween cat. Inhaling, traveling through cow. Exhale, cat, curl in, chin to chest. And adding any movement here that your body may be craving. Sometimes I like to just rotate my shoulders from side to side at the top of my cat. Traveling through 2 more, wherever you are, linking movement with your breath. Transitioning our breath now in through our nose and out through our nose, just with that slight constriction at the back of your throat. Settling into a neutral spine. We're going to take our hands up and open and feed it through the eye of our arm and gently place our head to the mat. Thread the needle. So if this is causing you any pain with your neck, please don't come all the way down. You can either put a pillow under your head or just lightly touch your top of your head. We're not going to stay here long. Just feeling that nice stretch in your shoulder. Beautiful. Coming back up. Second side. Breathing left arm up. Reaching through the eye of your window, gently coming down, touching your head to the mat. Feeling that stretch in your left shoulder this time, keeping a bend to your elbow. Beautiful, guys. Come on up. Tucking your toes, taking our hips up and back to our first downward facing dog. So as this is our first inversion, being gentle with yourself, warming up your hamstrings, walking your feet out from side to side, maybe adding a little wag to your tail. What feels good in your body this Tuesday afternoon? Gently bending generously into your left knee. Can you gently lower your right heel to the mat? Feeling that nice stretch in your lower leg on the right foot. Knowing that your right foot might never touch the ground, and that's okay. Honor your body. Switching to the other side, bending generously now into your right knee as your left ankle or heel, reaches to the mat. Feeling that nice stretch into the lower aspect of your left leg. Beautiful. Coming back to center, letting your heels fall to the ground. Bending your knees generously if there's any tightness in your hips. Pouring your heart through the window of your arms, lining your biceps up with your ears. Inhale, exhale, sigh, let it all go. Brand new start. Bending your knees generously, transition to the top of your mat. You can walk, step, or hop there, whatever's in your practice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise and shine all the way up as we take our hands to heart center in our first mountain pose, Tadasana. So just as we're warming up, just feeling that connection in our feet, just like we did with our hands to start our great foundation. Feeling that connection, raising your toes off the mat, and then maybe taking one toe down at a time, starting with your pinky toes, and letting them all come down one at a time. Close your eyes just for a sec or lower your gaze. Feeling that strength in your foundation. So you can reproduce this mountain pose, this feeling of groundedness that we achieve on our mats as we enter out into the nature, or maybe in your backyard if you feel comfortable taking your shoes off. Great to just make that connection with Mama Earth. Beautiful, guys. Taking an inhale, breathing all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhale one more time together. Exhale, write it down into your heart. Inhale, this time bowing over your soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. I'll just back up a little bit. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Setting up for Chaturanga Tadasana. So what is in your practice? High or low plank? We're just warming up, so be gentle with yourselves. As you lower to the mat, elbows keep hugging to your sides as you come down. Maybe taking hands off to the outer aspect of your mat today. As we breathe in, lifting chest, gazes down on our mats. Exhale, all the way down. Planting our hands, tucking our toes, traveling up to downward dog. Always an option to go through table on your way there. Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Always like to let a breath go there. So you're welcome to inhale. Exhale, sigh, let it all go. 2 more breaths here. Bending your knees, looking to the top of your mat and travel there. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow over your soft knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back through your Chaturanga. High or low knee, high or low plank, honoring your body. Perhaps breathing up into a little bit higher back bend as your cobra is warming up. We'll wait for upward dog for a little bit, please still. Tucking your toes, meeting in your downward facing dog. So as we're in a flow class, vinyasa class today, any of these chaturangas or these flows doesn't suit you, know that your home base of down dog or child's pose is always available for you. Let's travel through that one more time, bending our knees, traveling to the top of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, for full. Inhale, rise and shine all the way up. And bow over soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Chaturanga. And give breath with movement. And we're going to meet in downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Breathe your right leg up behind you. Bend your knees, stack your hips like you're opening up to the right side of the room. Taking your toe and feel like there's a paintbrush in your toe between your right big and second toe. Can you draw little circles? 3 one way, slower than you want to, and then 3 the other way. Taking your knee back, 3-legged dog, looking to the top of your mat and stepping your right through foot all the way through or helping it to the top of your mat. So strong foundation as we prepare for our standing series. We're going to take our hands to our hips to start into a high crescent lunge, knowing that low crescent lunge is always available to us. We can pad up our mat if you have any knee issues going on. So always good to stay here. If you're feeling comfy and your balance wants to be challenged a little bit, you can come up to high crescent lunge. So setting our foundation, our hips are square to the front. We're high on our back toes. Our right knee is bent, but we're still able to see the toes of our right foot. Hand position, anything that's calling you, we can go heart center, maybe cactus as we opened up our shoulders a little bit this afternoon with our thread the needle. We're always able to float up and maybe your gaze follows. Are you breathing here? Can you come higher off your back toes? Beautiful. If you're feeling breathless at all, please take your hands back down to your heart center, honoring your body. Pivoting on your back foot, opening up to a 90-degree angle, keeping that bend in your front knee. We're opening up to warrior 2. So with our warrior poses, feeling that strength in the foundation of your feet and your legs, that kind of scissoring action to keep your balance. And your arms are just floating like wings out to the side. Gaze is over your right middle finger here. And are we still breathing? Beautiful warriors, guys. Taking that right hand, flipping it up, reaching up and back. Exalt your warrior. Ooh, I lost my balance a bit there. Are you still bending into your right knee? You're breathing that breath into the right side of your body here. Coming back through warrior 2, straightening out the front knee without locking it out. Can we reach through before hinging at our waist and reaching for whatever is accessible here. Perhaps it's your pant leg or your ankle, or if you have a block, always an option to have that here as we fall into our triangle pose. So again, if you're breathless at all with your arm overhead, we're going to keep our hand at our waist, under your body. what feels good to you. If you have the movement or the room here, you can reach down to your ankle or your inner aspect of your foot. Reaching up, opening that heart up, your chest open, and your gaze follows. And we're still breathing here. Beautiful, guys. Taking our hands down to the mat to frame our foot, pivoting off our back foot, stepping right foot to meet left, and rinse it all out with a chaturanga. So high or low plank, you choose. Maybe moving up to upward dog if that's in your practice, and meeting back in downward facing dog. I'm just going to change my position so you can see me on the other side. 3 breaths here to reset. Big permission to get a drink of water, towel break. When you're ready, left foot comes up behind you, bending your knees, stacking your hip. Once again, feeling like you're painting a picture with this paintbrush that's between your left big and second toe. Just opening up the hip and the leg a little bit, your ankle. Once you've done 3, go the other way. Mindful not to fall into the right elbow. When that's complete, taking your left leg up behind you to 3-legged dog, looking forward and stepping your left foot to the top of your mat. So again, building that foundation, what serves your body on this third Tuesday afternoon, knowing one side is completely different than the other, and that's okay. So maybe we're going to stay here in low lunge, maybe patting up our knee with our doubling our mat. If you're feeling comfortable and it's in your practice, you're not too wobbly, come up into high crescent lunge. Well, there you go. I'm challenging my balance today. Alrighty. So getting that center. Always when you're feeling a little wobbly, guys, it's a great way to just focus on one thing on the mat and or anything. One central focus, it helps your balance. So up on your back toes, bending generously into the knee. Hips are forward. Hand expression, heart center, perhaps cactus arms. I love this openness in the chest this gives us. Or maybe you want to take your hands up and your gaze follows. Beautiful, guys. Two more breaths here. Pivoting on your back foot to a 90-degree heel to arch alignment with your left foot, letting your arms fly like wings. Warrior 2. So we want to tuck our butt under so we're not sticking out. Maybe I should have stayed the other way. So scooping under, feeling that strength in your inner aspect of your left knee to keep that knee from tracking in or over our toes. Shoulders are soft. Gaze is over the left middle finger this time. Is there any place you can soften here in this pose? Are you still breathing? Flipping your left hand this time, reaching up and back, exalt your warrior. So not losing that bend in the left leg, feeling that openness now on the left side as we're breathing up, reaching down our right leg. So again, if this is compromising your breath, don't take that arm up. You can still have your arm to your side. You can still feel that openness in your side body. Coming back to warrior two, just for a moment as we set up for our triangle, taking our left leg, straightening it out with just a micro bend to our knee, not to lock it out. Reaching, reaching, reaching forward before you hinge at the waist, reaching for whatever's accessible here. So that might be your pant leg or your ankle or your block. Taking your right hand up this time, letting that chest open, your gaze follows. Again, your hand can stay here, honor your body. What feels right for you here? Beautiful, guys. Taking our hands to their mats, pivoting off our back foot, stepping back, rinsing out with a chaturanga, and we'll meet in child's pose for 5 breaths. It's a great opportunity to take a drink of water. Get a check and see how everybody's doing. Everybody okay? Alrighty. So in your child's pose, knees can be wide, stretching our arms forward. Forehead comes down to the mat. Letting your hips fall. Feeling that breath come in the back of your body now. Five breaths here. I'm just going to come up so you guys can hear me talk. So just catching our breath here, letting that breath come into the back side of our body, our heart, our lungs. Sometimes a vulnerable pose here in child's pose, so know that you are safe here and you are held. And you can feel all the feels that you want on your yoga mat. Taking an inhale together, exhale, sigh, let it all go. When you're ready, taking yourself up, pushing up through table to downward facing dog. Take your right leg up behind you. Step your right leg through to the top of your mat. So staying here in our low lunge, placing left hand underneath our left shoulder, twisting up into a lunge twist. Beautiful, guys. Taking right hand to the outside of your left foot. Dragging your left foot up till it reaches off the mat. Keeping our hands down for balance as we pose into our warrior three pose. You're standing like your foot is on the back wall, foot is flexed. Soft bend to the right knee. So to challenge your balance, if you're feeling comfortable, maybe you take your hands to heart center, or hands can stay on the mat or your pillow or your block. Even just challenge it just for a second, that's okay. If you're feeling saucy and you're feeling good here, perhaps you airplane your arms. Great job, guys. Taking hands back to heart center just help your balance. Can you gently stand up? I know you can. Try lifting your left knee up. Just challenging our balance here. You can. I know my leg's on fire too. Excellent, guys. Take left foot down to meet right. Let it all shake off. Beautiful job. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, your right foot steps back this time. So you know where we're going now. Foundation setting, right arm is under right shoulder, taking left arm up and twisting open to the left side of the room. Beautiful. Beautiful, guy. Taking left hand down to the mat, gaze follows. So you know where we're going. We're going to drag our right foot, till it reaches off the floor, setting up for warrior 3, second side. So it's like we're standing on that wall behind us. Micro bend to the left knee. Hand expression, your choice. Again, maybe heart center, or you're trying Superman one more time. But big permission, honor your body. If your hands are here on blocks or your mat, that's okay. Honor you. Just gonna come back a little bit so you can see me. Beautiful, guys. So what we're looking for is one long line from our head to our foot. Focusing on that one spot on the mat as we challenge our balance, standing up with our right knee to our chest. Beautiful. Even just for a sec. Letting right foot come down to meet left and shaking it all up. Thank you, guys. You did good. Alrighty. Final vinyasa. Inhaling, rise and shine. Bowing over your soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rinse it out. Your final vinyasa. Higher low plank. Maybe you're up dog. Your legs come off the mat. Downward facing dog. Good job, guys. So a few things different today. So we're going to start to slow things down a little bit, catch our breath. Maybe take one more drink of water. Maybe come down to a child's pose for a few breaths. What is your body asking for right now? Three breaths wherever you are. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to take our right leg up behind us. Step our right leg all the way through. We're going to take our left knee down. And similar to that stretches that we did last Thursday, we're going to bend generously into our right knee and stretching that inner aspect of our left leg. So you can stay here, or if it's in your practice, maybe come down with your right hand. Your right foot's on the outer aspect of your mat, and your right hand is just inside that, coming down into lizard pose. So feeling that stretch into that right hip as we come down. And maybe you have blocks or a pillow at home, and maybe you can come deeper into that stretch, whatever is feeling comfortable for you. So we're going to hold this for a little longer wherever you are. And option 2, to come up off your knee. But come down to where you feel will honor your body. So lizard pose is one of those poses that your mind can take over, and really great pose to come back to your breath. So feeling that edge wherever you are, not painful, just where you can feel a stretch. But when things get a little bit more difficult, as we hold this a little bit longer, Can you hang on and bring your thoughts back to your breath? And maybe breathe into any area that may be calling to you. Five more breaths here. Beautiful, guys. Taking your time coming out of that pose. Taking right knee back to left and maybe just wagging out your tail a little bit. We're going to come into pigeon pose now. So whatever is your practice to come into pigeon, sometimes I like to come from downward facing dog, just taking into three-legged dog, taking our right leg forward. So we want to have our right knee bent, our left foot flexed, and our left leg is long behind us. So pigeon pose gets deep into that hip, that outer hip area, and it's a pose that either you love or you hate. So take it where you are comfortable, okay? If we had some more props, you can put a pillow underneath your hip if it's standing up, as my right hip is. We're only going to hold this for 10 breaths, so you can start here, or if it's in your practice, maybe you come down onto blocks or onto your elbows. And let's breathe. 10 breaths. Remembering if your mind begins to wander, come back to your breath. Three more. You can, you can. If you want to come out of the pose, ask yourself, can I breathe through this? Is my mind deciding instead of my body? Beautiful, guys. Gently taking yourself out, dragging your right leg back, and wiggling your tail from side to side. Beautiful. From table, transitioning to second side, stepping our left foot up and taking our foot off to this side of our mat. Right knee is bent, foot is long behind us, so we're feeling that nice stretch in the inner aspect of our leg and our hip. So you can stay here. You can come down, taking left hand into that inner aspect of your foot, right hand underneath right shoulder. And again, maybe this is where your lizard is today. So honor your body, finding that spot, and maybe coming down to elbows on a block or pillow. Knowing that one side is completely different than the other. So don't make your body do something, honor your body. And let's hold this for 10 breaths. Wherever you are. Gently coming up off your elbows if you're there, taking left leg, dragging it and rocking your hips from side to side. So one last pose before we get to Shavasana, being our pigeon. And if that pigeon was too intense, figure 4 is always an option for you. So you can achieve the same by going here to your figure 4 for the needle. But for those who are wanting to go into their pigeon, however you arrive there, as I said, I like to go up from 3-legged dog, taking left leg right through, bending at the knee, taking our left foot flexed across, and just jutting that right leg back until you feel that nice stretch into the hip of the left leg. So again, this may be your pigeon, where you're going to hold for 10 breaths. Or maybe you come down onto your forearms or a block or a pillow. And maybe you take a block just to give that hip some support. Wherever you are, 10 breaths. Surrendering here as we soften into the pose. Sending breath into any area that may be calling for attention. Clearing breath if you want to let anything go. Eight more breaths here. I know I said 10. You can, you can. Surrender. Can you soften something in this pose? When you're ready, taking yourself gently out, taking left knee to meet right, rotating just to shake that off, and coming down to a seat, and transitioning into your Shavasana, maybe offering your body any last movement it may be craving as we go there. Maybe taking knees to chest, rocking side to side. And we'll settle into our Shavasana, enjoying these last few minutes of rest. Thanking yourself and enjoying those next few minutes of quiet. If you don't have a hard stop and you want to stay in Shavasana, big opportunity to do that. If you do have a hard stop like I do, slowly bringing your awareness back to your body, offering small movements to your fingers and your toes, opening and closing your eyes, letting the light in, and maybe just massaging out the back of your head, taking each ear to your shoulder, nice, slow. Offering yourself one long stretch like you're just waking up from a long nap, taking knees to chest, rolling over to one side or the other, whatever's calling you, as you gently push up to a seated position at the top of our mat. Taking hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Just taking this moment to breathe. Just taking this moment to scan your body. Notice any changes in your body, your heart, or your mind that our practice may have brought to you. I just wanted to talk before we leave our class and say how proud I am of everybody. We're in week 12 of our lockdown or change in all the way that we work and we gather. And I know that there's been high points, low points, and all the things in between during this time. And I'm just so very proud of how everybody has gathered together, did what needed to be done, and continued to course correct as we evolve through this pandemic, and now we're beginning to bring things back into our lives. So I just wanted to see how people were doing a check-in and know that as we transition through this time, we're going to be ups and downs and highs and lows, and we just wanted to see how people are doing. And know that, again, all those feels are welcome. So if there's anybody out there that needs any different support, please reach out to any one of us on the medical or wellness team. Lindsay's online every day. Thank you, Lindsay, for all that you're doing. And thank you to all the fitness instructors. You've got lots of things available to you, so please take advantage of that. But if there's anybody struggling today, it's okay to say, I need some help, and reach out. I'm Norma, and available in the clinic anytime, as well as the other nurses. So know that it's okay that we may feel stressed and anxiety, and just maybe more so now as we don't know how things are going to change as we reopen. So know that that's okay, and know that your yoga mat is always available for you. So it has been my honor to lead you through our practice today. Know that the love and the light in my heart bows to the love and the light in your hearts. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I will see you back here Tuesday night. We're going to transition to the 3:30 class only being on Tuesday nights now. Laurel will continue her noon yoga on Thursday at noon. So you're still able to get 2 yoga classes a week, and just let us know if there's anything that you'd like to see different in our offerings, and we'll hopefully be able to continue to support everybody in their unique needs. So all the best, friends. Namaste, and take care. Bye.